Good morning. Hola, hola. Happy Tuesday. Going live from Mexico. Yay. Let's see about this. Rearranging here a little bit. All right. Yay. This is how we do it. Tuesday Thoughts by Lisa Mehta, which is me. And I am going live to just talk about different topics because I'm all about perspective shifting as I shift. I am a mind mastery coach and breathwork practitioner, and I am very passionate about helping you be the creator of your life, to navigate your mind, to expand into your body using your breath, to really reach your potential. You know, we get glimpses of ourselves, of our true selves, of our most alive, vibrant self, and then we stop ourselves short from really reaching that self, that future self. Today about inventory, and if you're joining me, just go ahead and say hi. You can just give me a wave or an icon, let me know you're here. I see someone here. I'd love to know who you are. What's up? Good morning. Today I'm going to be talking, and I'm not talking about closet, counting your shirts and your pants. Although, you know what, a little in the winter, releasing the old. I find that our clothes also have a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves, but that is not today's lesson. Today, I am talking about taking inventory of your life. I'm talking about looking at a bird's eye view down and really getting honest with yourself so that you can connect the dots. I mean, it's all about really getting clear about where you are and where you're going so that you can reverse engineer it and begin to ask yourself that very potent question: for that to happen, what needs to happen? For me to have the vibrant health that I keep saying I want, to be working out, to feel strong in my body, what has to happen? To, feel more joy in my life, to feel that I am living my purpose and in my truth, what has to happen? And sometimes we really need to look at, what's working, what's not working, and get super, super honest. We do this a lot with money. We tend to get a little more honest with ourselves, although I used to actually avoid looking at my money situation, especially when I found myself in a time of D. I don't use the debt. I don't like saying that word, the D word. There's two words I don't like to charge up into the universe, and it's the D word, debt, and it's B word, broke. But when I was having a lot of credit card situation, I noticed I was avoiding looking at my numbers. And the truth is the truth, and the only way through, and the only way to it is through it, is when you get real with yourself. When you take a moment and just you look at it, as hard as it might be, it's the truth. And the truth will really set you free, because it's going to give you an opportunity to make different choices. It's going to pull the blinders off of your eyes and see the reality of whatever's happening. And it's also a great practice not to judge yourself. Like, okay, so this is where this version of you got yourself to. This is how I like to look at it. Imagine that I'm sitting here, you're sitting where you're sitting, and that all the versions of you, all of them, are behind you. They are like this. Everyone's got your back. Each one has your back, has your back, has your back, has your back. And you are this version about to unzip a skin and step into the next version of yourself. Not because there's anything wrong with this one, but because you want to evolve, because you want to grow and be more vibrant and more alive. And I'm not saying that we always have to chase more, but it's in our nature to evolve, and it is a part of who we are to want more. But we can also be grateful for what we have, and you can want more from a place of abundance, not from a place of lack. I'm bringing this up because evolving, the art form of evolving, has a lot of story. on your life. And when I say categories, or some people see four, your abundance or financial health, your physical, like health, vibrancy, your relationships, how you're relating with others, and then a lot of people consider like the spiritual purpose related topic as another of your, the four. I like to in more granular, and I have a really big surprise coming for you all, because actually in March I'm going to be launching Rise again. Rise is my 90-day program, and this is how we start that program. I am really adamant about everyone taking inventory when we start that program. Hola, Chris! Yay! Thanks for being here. Nice to see you, even if it is just a comment. So yeah, Rise is it's a 90-day program for self-inquiry, for self-mastery, because if you're not asking the questions, then where are the answers? I always say the answers are in the questions. And I also say, all coaches, a good coach is just a coach that asks good questions. And it means you're looking at, how to connect dots. So yeah, take inventory. Taking inventory, there's this quote that I love by Werner Erhard. He's actually the founder of Landmark Forum, which I've never done, but I feel like I have, because I know a million people who have done it. And he says, create your future from your future, not your past. And I just love that in this lens of inventory. So taking inventory it's all about looking bird's eye view, all the categories, really getting grand opportunity to be honest. How is it going? And this helps your life. It helps you prioritize your action steps, because you can stay in the wanting of something. It's so easy. We get stuck there, and they say, I say, where your energy goes, your life flows. Whatever you're charging up is what you are creating more of. And if you're just sitting there in the recesses of your minds, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, you're just creating more energy of want. You're not actually moving it into the having. So that wanting, that's it. Like, that's the manifesting, and that's the connecting of the two dots. So to take inventory is to see, where am I and where am I going? Just like a GPS. Your GPS needs to plug in a destination. I mean, you can still wander yourself there and you'll get there. That's great. And it could be a lot of fun. And I'm not saying that you have to do it this way to manifest. I'm saying that you can move towards your goals faster, and it gives you more time for fun, to enjoy the journey and actually relaxing. Like, let's say you're following a route, can be more relaxing than going at it alone and getting lost. And yes, I'll be the first to say, I mean, I'm here in Mexico, and I was lost the other day having a grand old time. But I think that in like the deep part of my brain, I knew where home was. So it was still like I was lost. It was a controlled lost in a way. That was a side note. I don't even know what that was related to, but okay. Yeah, and then the other thing about manifesting and taking inventory is that if you think about the universe as like a catalog, and you are basically like placing an order, and it's receiving it and then sending opportunities and clues along the way, then you are clear wanting. Like, place your order. Universal catalog. Tell it what color. Big universal Amazon. And then also, when you're more tuned to what you want and what exactly it looks like, when it's the little hints and clues show up along the way, you can say, oh, that's aligned. And then it's you're like taking it, the steps are showing up for you. So let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about with inventory? No, I think that's kind of what I wanted to hit up on today. I mean, this is going to be the beginning of me talking about a series of topics related to you being full on in self inquiry. And so here's a few steps for you. Number one is what's not working. So look at your life and just start asking and just getting clear about what's not working. Because if what's not working, the opposite of that is going to be more about what you are looking for. Everything in its dualities. Then from there, you can start to ask yourself, what would that be like if it were the way I wanted it? So start to get clear about your vision. And then from there, you ask yourself, what is one step I can take? What was one super, 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 super small step, which is what I'm all about. All my programs are all about incremental shifts because it's about how can you set yourself up for success. Success means you are doing something that's sustainable, something that is doable, something that when you say you're going to do it, you do it. So it has to be small enough. All right. Oh, I just looked up 1111. So I'm going to pull a card for today's beautiful, beautiful inventory topic. It's so simple, but it's really, really potent. And it's one of those things I don't think we all sit down. I think, there's this thing called the Wheel of Life. You can research it and you can get some more of the categories that are out there to get, really clear about, or you can, just sit with yourself and get honest. Like, what are the categories? I know for me, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you a little bit about, so when I took this inventory list and I was like, what's working, what's not working, I was, notice, and then also if you do it over and over again, you see that, oh, I'm still talking about that one. What? What he's talking about was actually or coming to Mexico and getting out of my little small New York City apartment, which I love, but I'm noticing that there's a little bit of an itch to change things up. And so part of me being here doing this live from Mexico is that I had this on my inventory list for years and years, and I did come last year, and then it woke it up again, and then I'm here again. So it's like a flashlight, you're just lighting up the areas of your life that need your attention. So your vision isn't going to create itself. It needs your attention. It needs your love. It's like a plant. So here we go. We will pick a card to support getting honest, getting real, taking the time. That's probably the hardest part. Taking the time to sit down and say what is working and what is not working in areas like your spirituality, your relationships, your health. Hi, Michelle. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Talking about inventory here. Hey, Kelly. Nice to see everybody. I'm just going to be, for all of you that are here right now, because there's a bunch of you between Facebook and Insta, I'm going to be picking a card. If anybody wants to drop in a number real quick, and let's see if I can see it. I know, thanks. I'm loving my Mexico glow too. I'm in the city though, so I haven't quite gotten the full-on sun version. That's coming in 3 weeks. I'll be by the coastline. If anyone wants to drop in a number, I'm going to pick a number, and that the card. Let's see. 8. Gotcha. All right, 8, Kelly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now this is in relation to taking inventory. Ooh, this one is always this card for a really long time, and they all have their wisdom, so I had to really sit with myself and politics that we're going through right now. This is a mind card. It's gray. We hold ourselves back usually. Our mind. Before I read the card, I'm just going to say that sides. This is kind of like what I was saying about, or possibly I'm going to interpret it this way. We can stay in the wanting and the wanting of something, which can sometimes be this like thing in the back. It's like we wear masks all the time, pretending, and we have to take the masks off and see the truth. And that's kind of where I'm going to take this card today, is that underneath is the truth of your life, the truth of your situation. And the longer you prolong looking at it, the longer that you stay in either being stuck or the complaining that happens deep in the back of your mind, wanting something different, and getting honest. Even if it feels like painful, it actually will set you free. And I'm just going to be completely honest. Getting here to Mexico had a lot of resistance and fear. And I was that I needed to get here, but I could not. There was a part of me that was just like, I just wanted to keep the mask that everything was fine and that I was fine. I kept on being like, but it's fine. I mean, and that's what we do. We just settle. We get used to the fineness and the okayness. But actually, we deserve vibrancy. We deserve to feel alive. And if we just take the mask off, yeah, it might be ugly under there for a second. It will. It usually is. Everything gets noisy before it gets silent. It gets messy before it gets clean. It goes down before it goes up or whatever. But the whole thing is like everything is traveling with its counterpart will always flip the flop back and forth. And our responsibility as conscious individuals is just to learn how to dance, not to prevent the down, not to stay hidden, but to just dance. Dance with the mask on and off and on and off. So let's see. This card I am going to read because I avoid it, and I'm what is here for us in Osho is in India. I went to his ashram in India, stayed there for 6 months. A lot about myself, and yeah. I learned a lot about myself. I did a lot of silent meditations there. So there was a lot of quiet and going inward so that I could see what masks I was living on behind. Then there was a moment that I was like, I got to get out of this ashram because you have to be careful that you don't get addicted to the fixing of yourself and to the something's wrong with me concept. And I saw it around me where everyone was like, keep digging. Like there's more to uncover. There was more. And I was like, whoa. I think there's also a time where you integrate and you realize like everything is actually okay and you don't need to keep digging and find something wrong. And actually my science of change process talks so much. Oh, hey, Humphrey, y'all want to see the cutest thing ever? Come here. Hey, buddy. Look at this, everybody. There's no mask here. There's black mentality. That's right, Humphrey.